Welcome back to another Buy or Invest. This time around, we have Attack on Titan final season for Weiss Schwarz English. What I look to do with these videos is figure out how much I want to buy for my own personal collection. Afterwards, what I do is figure out how much I want to buy for investment purposes. The whole goal there is really finding product that will appreciate over time in the case that I do actually need to sell for money. My disclaimer with that is I never actually look to do any of that. I am a guy that wants to keep all my stuff forever and ever and open it for my own personal reasons in the future. Attack on Titan final season comes out on September 16th. There are 3 product offerings. We have a booster box, trial deck, and supply set. There are 3 parts to the final season of the anime. 2 have been released so far. We don't know when the 3rd is coming out yet, potentially 2023. Inside of the booster box, there are 100 normal types of cards and 41 types of parallel. There is 1 secret rare this time, 5 super special rares, 9 Titan rares, 7 triple rares, 19 super rares. This is nicer this time around. Unlike Quinns, which had 100 parallels, there are 10 double rares in the set. The signatures for the booster box will be for Eren, Mikasa, Armin, Levi, and Reiner. Below is the list of the different content creators that have worked with Weiss Schwarz to do these card reveals. This is not an inclusive list because reveals are still coming and we do not know all the different people. Being that this is season 4, there are some spoilers in the cards itself. If you do not want to see the spoilers, please do not look at these cards. Maybe skip 2 minutes ahead in this video. As of this point, we have 4 of 7 revealed super special rares. We have Mikasa Recovery Mission, Levi Merciless Assault. Levi definitely is my favorite out of the 4 revealed so far. Look at him, he looks pretty scary and he's gonna mess up a lot of Titans. We also have Reiner and Armin. Now, here are some of the other cards revealed. I'm not going to go through them. You can go to the content creator videos to hear their thoughts on the cards itself. This is merely just showing you all the different cards. I love Hanji. She is so good. She's got that killer instinct, but she's crazy and super smart. That girl is so good. We also have Mikasa, Press Mark, and new omnidirectional mobility gear. Here is the Mikasa. You saw the SSP version before, but now here are the climaxes. Here is Reiner. Here is Falco and Gabi. Gabi has a card named Fatal Shot. If you do not want the spoiler next, please don't look. We have Sasha Wandering the Forest and Fatal Wound. Now is Connie. I do like Connie. Connie was an interesting character all throughout the seasons. And then we have Zeke. Last one is Armin exiting the Titan. Here is the information on the trial deck. The trial deck has a total of 20 types of cards, 7 parallels. These are estimated rarities because the breakdown was actually missing. We for sure know there are 2 special rares because they are listed. It's for Gabi and Falco. There normally is 2 super rares inside of a trial deck, so I guess that one, leaving me 3 triple rares. It could change, but this is how I broke it down myself. Here are the SPs for the trial deck. Here's Gabi and here's Falco. I know some people were not as excited looking at these cards for the SPs. Weiss Tea Time did a reveal of the trial deck cards themselves. Here are the trial deck cards. We got Colt, LD, and Armband, Falco, and now we have a lineup of all the different warrior candidates. This could be a spoiler if you actually haven't watched it and recognize some of the faces. We got another warrior candidate, Card Titan, and Jaw Titan. Here are the climaxes from the trial deck. Very interesting choices. I do like the picks there. We got Reigning Titans and War Heron. Weiss Tea Time did put a joke out there. If you haven't heard, this card is a vanilla. What is a vanilla? Something that just doesn't have any abilities to it, just normal kind of card. 1-0, no real ability, 5500 power. Our last product available for final season of Attack on Titan is a supply set. I do love these supply sets. I do wish they would do more of them. I also wish there would be Meister sets which actually have playmats in them. Inside of the supply set is a deck case, sleeve, 5 booster packs, and 1 pack of the tournament support PR pack. Speaking of tournament store PR packs, you will be getting 1 pack which contains 3 normal cards and 1 foil. Each Attack on Titan booster box that you buy, whether it is the final season, Attack on Titan Volume 1, the reprint, or Attack on Titan Volume 2, the reprint, should give you this PR. If you bought this product from a tournament store and you did not get it, make sure to ask. Maybe they don't have it yet. Maybe they ran out. You are doing yourself a disservice if you are not following up with the store on why you did not get that PR pack. Find out why you are missing it Unfortunately, there are some unscrupulous sellers that actually have been taking these and selling it. The other thing they can do is give it to one person, a couple people, for them to sell so that they aren't caught and banned from this program. This is normally the point in time where I tell you about the meta, what cards people will be using. We don't know all the card yet. They have not been revealed. One person that gave his thoughts on this was Boats Don't Sink. He is out on YouTube. Please like and subscribe to him. He makes some really good content. He gave his thoughts on his weekly Weiss videos for quintuplets, tournaments, and more. The and more part would be your Attack on Titan. Check out that video. When it comes to the anime following, Attack on Titan has made a lot of seasons and parts. There is a season 1, season 2, season 3 part 1, season 3 part 2, season 4 part 1, season 4 part 2, and coming potentially in 2023, season 4 part 3. Over time, the amount of members, the amount of people actually rating this stuff goes down, and that's just because of lack of interest. Maybe people dropped off of the website after a certain amount of time, but you can see here that this has been going down. Compared to a lot of other anime, they would kill for being ranked 27, popularity 145, members 928. In my latest video, I got this comment from Joshua Bixby. I was talking about Attack on Titan. It doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of hype around it. This is what he wrote. I feel like Attack on Titan final season could end up being a dark horse. There's a lot of people I know, myself included, who keep saying I've got to go back and catch up on this sometime. When they do, it's possible they may go looking for cards. I know when I started watching We Never Learned Bokuben, which is a good anime, I went out looking for sealed product and there was absolutely no precious memory sets left. When AOT was in full swing, it was massively popular. If the final season doesn't poop the bed, those could be good boxes to hold. I love that. That is an awesome long-term mindset to actually have. I don't disagree with you. I will say that, as you can see, the amount of interest dwindles over time. When you have a show that is multiple seasons long and has parts that go with the actual season, I think that is a little bit more daunting to the viewer, that they have to commit that much time to these amount of episodes. So if I had to go on that mindset, maybe I pick more up of the volume 1, a little less of the volume 2, and a little less of the final season. There was a reprint done on Attack on Titan Booster Box Volume 1 and Volume 2. The trial deck was not reprinted. You can see what they're doing right now on TCG Player. We have $54.70 for Attack on Titan Volume 1. On Volume 2, $49, pretty low. People definitely bought a lot of this stuff. Here are your signed cards for Attack on Titan Volume 1. The one in the top left, Eren Jaeger, that's sold out. The signature cards have definitely dropped in price because of the reprint. The one in the top left, Eren Jaeger, that comes from the trial deck, but the other ones, Resisting Fate, Eren, Mikasa, and Levi, you can see the amount of listings, 12, 8, and 16. No surprise to me, Mikasa is the lowest one available. Also, main thing to note, when they reprinted this, there was no difference to the signatures. There was nothing that told you on here that there was any difference between the original printing and this reprint. The same could be said here for volume 2. You could see the colors on these signatures are different. They're not gold, they're not silver. They had multicolor signatures back then. When the reprint happened, it kept all of those original colors. There is definitely a lot less of supply for Attack on Titan Volume 2 signatures. I do like the signature cards from Attack on Titan Volume 2 over Volume 1 because of the different colors on there, and it's just a lot more character when I look at the different sign cards. One of the things you should notice is not a lot of buying has happened here. Here are the prices for Attack on Titan Final Season on TCG Player. Booster box is pre-selling right now for $65.95. Final Season Supply Set, $54.88. And finally, we have trial decks as low as $19.96. The one to point out here is the supply set. That is way too high. I would not pay a penny over $40 at this point for that supply set. You can buy them from other people in the 30s. Speaking of supply sets, I do want to point out this RWBY supply set, because you're thinking in your mind, RWBY supply set did really well, currently $68.99. Is this going to do the same thing with Attack on Titan? My answer to that is potentially long term, but in the short term, no. Why did RWBY supply set do really well? Check out my videos for that. But if you don't want to do that, what's going on with the supply set was a PR card. You could have only gotten this version of that PR card inside of the supply set. With Attack on Titan, it is exactly the same as that tournament store PR pack. There there is less exclusivity there, but for the people that don't have LGSs like myself, that definitely helps me out. However, that means the value that was inside of the RWBY supply set is not going to be the same as the Attack on Titan supply set. To wrap it all up, the anime strength, the following, is 4 stars. Even though it's dropped off from the first season to now being in season 4 part 2, any anime would kill to have that 900,000 plus member and the popularity that it still continues to have. The meta strength currently is unknown. We don't have enough reveals to tell us if this is going to be an awesome set or just okay. Anime is pretty strong, but it feels like Tokyo Revengers to me. I get that feeling. I don't have that hype. Even though there are content creators doing these reveals, even though there seems to be like a lot of pushing on advertising or telling people about the set, I don't get that happiness, that joy that people are getting with Quintessential Quintuplet. I am definitely not in love with the signed cards at all. Levi looks really cool, but outside of that, there's nothing pushing me into saying that I need to purchase these. The trial deck ones were disappointing to a lot of people. My guess on what is going to happen is this set is going to be overbought. People are going to try to get rid of it. Playsets will probably end up in the 200 to 225s with the trial deck included. How I came to this thought is I took a look at volume 1 and volume 2 and people definitely overbought. I would imagine the same thing happened here with Attack on Titan final season. The meta strength is unknown, but right now kinda iffy. You have so many strong sets out there with Quintessential Quintuplets, Hololive, Mushoku Tensei, Danmachi, that unless this thing comes out really strong, it's gonna be like Tokyo Revengers. What we've seen with the last couple sets, if your anime is good but your meta strength is not good, the set's gonna suffer. You need to have your anime strength and following be really good, and then you also need to have the meta strength be really good for a set to do really well. It needs to hit both. If it doesn't hit both, then in the short term it's going to suffer. In the long term, the anime should carry it through. The one saving grace for this is the anime final season or last season part 3 could be coming out on 2023. That leaves the door open to see if Weiss Schwarz will actually be doing that. This could help power up the set if need be. Where I'm at with this, I would say if you love the anime, pick some up. If you are investing in this for the long term, it should be okay. However, if you are one of those people that are just trying to open and flip this, I caution you that this is going to be one of those sets to me that looks like it's going to be potentially dangerous to do that. If you have any questions or feedback, please let me know down there in the comments or hit me up on Twitter or send me an email. As always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good one.